Hi everyone, this is Dylan from Shoulders of Giants, back with another video. Sorry that I've been busy in the last few weeks, so it's been a while since I upload a video. Anyway, if you're new here, welcome, and if you're already subscribed, thank you for supporting my channel. And today's video is it's more of an inspiration video. It's about how every Malaysian can be a millionaire, and it's not so much of a technical video, but more of a sort of like a sneak peek and inspiration for you to understand how you as a Malaysian can be a millionaire, even with like any other job or like like any corporate jobs or any fresh grad jobs. You too can be a millionaire, and I'll show you how in this few easy steps. So how does one person become a millionaire? So I'm just going to introduce some easy steps here. So the first thing is doing simple investments and witness this power of compounding interest. So we always hear that compounding interest is a very powerful tool, but if you never witness it yourself or you never see the numbers, you might not believe it. And the next step is also reduce your living expenses. And of course, by reducing your living expenses is just one part of the equation. The next part is we want to try to have a steady increase of income. Annually, we want to increase our income bit by bit. So I want to first dispel some Malaysian investment myths. The first myth that I always hear is that I can never get more than 4 to 6% returns a year. While this is somewhat the general consensus, actually in the recent times there's a lot of new kinds of investments that is made available for Malaysians, such as robo-advisors, more markets and brokerage that open up to global investments that can push your returns up to like 8 to 12% a year because it allows you to invest in global markets. And the next myth I hear is doing investment is very risky. While doing investment is very risky, not doing any investment is a risk itself. Your cash is subjected to inflation, and inflation eats away the value of your money. So not doing any investments is a risk by itself. And also the next myth is that I need a high paying job to be a millionaire. This is absolutely not true. Anyone with a normal job can be a millionaire, and it takes just uh, discipline and investing long term and investing smartly. And also the last myth is investing is hard. Um, well, I would say investing is hard maybe like 10 years ago because there's not much information out there. Investing today is actually much easier. And for Malaysians, there's a lot of fintech companies, robo advisors that are out there for you to you fully utilize and enjoy the same global returns that many people in like the larger Western countries enjoy, like US, Europe. So these days, it's actually much easier to invest. So here I'll just give you some example rate of return. And if you are talking about 4 to 6% annually return, there are things like Amanah Saham National Berhad's offerings like ASB, which is for Bumi Putra, ASM. These are their fixed price variable funds, which gives anywhere from 4 to 6%. And ETF of KWSP in Malay also gives around 4 to 6%. But this one you have to take notice that you cannot withdraw until you're the age of retirement, or if you have 1 million and above in that account. And even Malaysian REITs, I've covered REITs in another video, which is a real estate investment trust. And Malaysian REITs gives like also steady dividend of like about 4 to 6%. And Malaysian blue chip stocks also on good years they give around 4 to 6%. But what we want to know is that we want to jump from this number to 8 to 12%. So nowadays, there's a lot of robo-advisors like StashAway, MyTO, Wahid that gives Malaysians access to global markets, mainly US stocks and ETFs. ETFs are basically exchange-traded funds, which you can think of it like you're buying a lot of stocks together, but it's traded as just one stock. So one of the ETFs, such as the S&P 500, has 30-year historical rate of annualized returns of around 10%. So there's absolutely no disadvantage as a Malaysian to get around 8 to 12%, and it's definitely possible. And the next one is also Singapore REITs. I also covered it in my another video. Uh, where I talk about Singapore REITs, and it can steadily gain around 8 to 12% too. So I want Malaysians to think bigger, and not just this is the old mindset of like, oh, we can only can get 4 to 6%, because the old mindset is that we only invest in local stocks and local offerings. But if we branch out more, we go global, we can go 8 to 12%. This is not to say that there is no risk in US stocks or Singapore REITs. There is risk. All kinds of investors has risk, but if you manage your risk, you can easily outpace the market or outpace any average investors and invest for the long term. So now I want to show you an Excel sheet that I made about compounding interest. So here I take someone's salary, 36,000 a year, yearly, right? So it's around 3,000 ringgit a month, which is about the fresh grad salary for anyone's salary around KL area, fresh grad, 3,000 ringgit a month. It's pretty reasonable. And let's say you save around 25% of your income. So you save 9,000 ringgit a year. And this year you invest all of your savings of 9,000 ringgit. And you assume a 10% growth. 10% growth, like I said just now, if you invest in global markets, you can steadily see a 8 to 12% growth over a 10 to 20-year period. This translates to about weekly savings of 173 ringgit or daily savings of around 25 ringgit. So you can ask yourself, like, sometimes 25 ringgit, you spend 25 ringgit a day on food, right? You can easily put that 25 ringgit as your savings. This is only just 25% of your savings, So it's like 1,000, like every month you earn 3,000 ringgit, you just put 25% of that, which is around um what six around 800 ringgit. So you put 800 ringgit of your monthly salary as savings, and you will have invested 9,000 ringgit a year. And with 1%, 10% growth, you'll get 9,900 the following year. And imagine this, you save 25%, and this is, I assume that most people have a 10% increase in salary yearly. Of course, sometimes it's like not 10%. Sometimes maybe like every 2 years you jump, you get a 20% increase. But this is for simplicity's sake, we say that every year you get a 10% increase in your salary, and you save around 25% a year. And with 10% growth, right, you can see here that by year 20, by year 20, you will be a millionaire already. By year 20, you will be a millionaire. Even not even year 20, year 19. Year 19, you will be a millionaire. This is just by saving 25% of your income. Let's say you live with your parents, right? You live with your parents, you still have you save money on rent, or you go even further, you cook at home, you don't really eat out, you try to find ways to spend money, try to ways to enjoy life but not spending too much money. Maybe weekends you go on picnics, you do hiking, you do volunteering. All those activities also bring a lot of meaning to your life, but it doesn't spend that much money. So you increase your savings to 50%. Once I change this savings to 50%, right, you can see the big difference. You can reach millionaire status in 15 years. That's automatically shaving off 5 years of your life reaching millionaire status. And in 20 years you have 2 million, and in 30 years you have close to 10 million, just by the power of compounding interest. And if you want to say, sure, not every time we can expect 10% growth, right? What if I only invest in local ASNB funds, and I get only 5% growth every year? Here I change the growth to 5%. And as you can see, as the growth changed to 5%, sure, you won't be a millionaire in 15 years, but you'll be a millionaire in 17 years. And let's say if worst case scenario, I only invest in local funds and get 5% a year, and I only can manage to save 25% of my income. So this worst case scenario, you also can be a millionaire in 23 years. So if you start now, you can be a millionaire in 23 years. And let's say you just start working, you are 21 or 22 years old. You'll be a millionaire in your 40s, like 45. And this is just a conservative estimate. You'll be a millionaire in by the time you're 40s, and you don't need to wait like till your retirement, like in your 60s. to actually be a millionaire. By the time you're in your 60s, even in your 50s, you already have 2.4 million, and in your 60s, even more. So this is the power of a compound interest, and just in the power of savings, just putting 25 ringgit a day or 173 ringgit a week in your savings, and be disciplined and invest constantly. Of course, we want to aim for the 10% growth every year. And if can, we want to aim for 50% savings of your income. And then we can reach millionaire status at year 15. This year 15, right? It means you're in your 30s. Imagine you're 30 something years old. You already have 1 million assets. This is a very powerful feeling, and it will free up your life in the sense that it will give you the sense that if you want to quit your job, you can quit. You'll be fine. If you want to start a business, you can start a business. You'll be fine. So this video is just about inspiration for the especially the fresh grads and the young people of Malaysia today to start thinking about investing and know that investing is not a hard thing, and it just takes discipline, savings, and the power of compound interest. I'll break down more on how to get all this compound interest and the steps to invest and to for Malaysians to access all these kind of investments in my other videos. But that's all for today. I hope you get some inspiration and you're more inspired to save. You're more motivated to save. You're more motivated to find activities that doesn't take a lot of money to also bring meaning to your life. So this whole mindset of saving and investing is all about having a mindset to shift your mindset to do activities and things that doesn't take a lot of money, but at the same time bring meaning to your life. And I hope this video is helpful. And as always, invest safe, and I'll see you next time.